Hey folks, it's episode 6 of my blind RS3 playthrough. This one's going to open with the remake of the Rune Mysteries quest, which is fully voice acted, kind of like the remake of Prince Ali Rescue. So if you wanted to watch the whole quest, this should be a little bit easier to watch than the ones where I'm just kind of skimming written text. But as usual, I will put a summary of the quest at the end, so go ahead and click on the timestamps if you just wanted to hear the summary of what's changed. Not a lot of candy loops in this episode. I have a lot of dailies that are pulling me away from whatever I'm currently working on, but I'm not going to put a candy loop on the screen every time a daily pulls me away, or it would just be on the screen constantly, because RS3 is constantly pulling you away with dailies. But later in this episode, I am going to check out weeklies and monthlies for the first time. So anytime I encounter a new time-gated thing, like a daily or a weekly, I will throw it up on the screen and kind of explain how it works. I guess a reminder on the current state of the candy loop tracker. I need to get to 75 agility to qualify for the Flash Powder Factory, and I want to do that as soon as possible because it only goes on Spotlight every so often, like once a month or something like that. And as an iron account with additional restrictions beyond what normal irons are restricted by, I need as many legs up on Herblore as I possibly can. The best way for me to train agility is the Wilderness Agility course while Skulled. In order to be Skulled, I have to buy a skull for 550k gold from the Zamorak mage out in the wilderness, and in order to buy it and interact with that guy, I have to do Enter the Abyss, and in order to do Enter the Abyss, I have to do Rune Mysteries, so that's why we're doing Rune Mysteries. Enjoy the episode. Oh wow, they wildly changed this. The original quest starts with talking to the Duke in Lumbridge, but I guess it's somebody that's outside the Wizard's Tower now. Oh, there's voice acting. Hey, it's this lady. We ran into her before.
I'm sorry, Ariane. The Archmage was clear. Maybe if you told me why, I could pass on a message.
I do like the Wizard Tower redesign. It looks cool.
I can't explain. Listen, if the Archmage can't see me, perhaps I could speak to Wizard Eleron.
I'm sorry, Ariane. You are barred from entering the tower for any reason.
What's happening here?
This is none of your business, outsider.
No, wait. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Will you help me?
What can I do to help?
Could you take a message to Archmage Sedrador for me? Depending on how he reacts, I may need your help with other things.
Sounds good. Accept quest.
Thank you. Just go to Archmage Sedrador and... Wait, no. Too late. There's something happening.
Cutscene. Oh, it's weird that it's like they're like trying to force a 4:3 aspect ratio.
Help! Do something! Get that thing away from me!
Come on. My message can wait. Let's see what's happening. Cast airstrike at the vortex. Draw it into the power beam. Grab Boren's mind spike if you need one. He's dropped it next to him.
Okay, yeah, I don't have runes for that. How do I cast airstrike?
Wield Boren's mind spike. Select airstrike from your spellbook and then attack the vortex.
Okay, where's the mind spike? Is that this thing? Attack the magical vortex. Wraith is attracted to your magic. You need to do something else with the vortex, like lure it out or something? Bring it to the beam makes more sense.
Thanks, adventurer.
There we go, got it.
Talk to me again outside the tower if you still want to help.
Get to keep this mind spike? That's kind of cool, just like a free air staff, I guess.
I can't believe Sedrador would set up a ward to keep me out. I didn't realize he saw me as that dangerous.
What was that thing?
That's what I want to find out. I know the tower is in danger, but I don't know the details.
How do you know the tower's in danger?
I'm a seer. I have premonitions sometimes. Flashes of information. Emotional impressions, nothing precise. Lately, I've been having visions of the tower in flames. But I don't know any details and I can't prove anything. I came here to investigate, and now I find I can't get into the building.
So you don't like these premonitions.
People talk about wizards having a gift for magic, but the first thing you're told when you join the wizard's tower is that it's not true. Magic isn't handed down by gods or random chance. Anyone can learn it if they put in the effort.
It's gotta spend
But being
a
a
couple
seer
hundred hours
runs
and
in families.
several tens of
It's not
thousands of
something I
runes.
worked for. When I told the other wizards about it, they resented me. I tried to use my magic to understand and control my ability. My goal was to integrate it into magical theory so I could teach it to other wizards. But I ended up being expelled from the tower.
What do you want me to do?
I need you to go into the tower for me. talk to the wizards and find out what's happening in there. Archmage Cedrador is the head of the tower, so you should talk to him. I think Wizard Elrond might help as well. He was my mentor while I was there. You should talk to the other wizards as well. Ask if they've seen anything unusual lately. One of them must have seen something that'll help us.
I'll get on it. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that bar crawl was so early. Speak to the wizards, Cedrador, Elrond, other wizards. Warren?
Thank you for saving me from that thing.
Oh, this guy looks great.
Please keep my mind spiking.
He looks
as
like a Disney
reward.
character.
It was horrible. It felt like it radiated evil power. And you saw what color it was? Red. The color of Zamorak. It was red wizards who burned down the tower 100 years ago. This could be another Zamorakian plot to destroy us. You've got to do something.
Doke. There is no bottom floor anymore, I think.
Oh, hello there. Can I do anything for you?
Anything unusual?
I'm sure there's been something strange happening with the power beam lately. The beam acts as an anchor for all our teleportation spells. So, as a teleportation specialist, I'm sensitive to any fluctuations. Archmage Cedrador is aware of the problem. Perhaps you should ask him what he's doing about it.
Okay. There's Cedrador.
Welcome, adventurer, to the world-renowned Wizard's Tower.
He looks great, too. I love the design of all these guys. Tower's in danger.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Wizard Valina told me she was here. You can tell Ariane that her concerns have been noted. I'm preparing to deal with the anomalies in the power beam, so there's no cause for concern.
Don't you believe her?
I can see that there is some evidence that she has premonitions, but unless she can give me more specific information, there's really nothing I can do. You know what she did, don't you? Wizard Ariane was our most promising student. She could have been Archmage someday. I overlooked her gallivanting off as an adventurer. Everyone's reckless in their
I wonder if she's
youth.
gonna be like the main character stand-in, since the
But
main
I
character
can't
doesn't
allow a
actually
demon
isn't permitted to have a
worshipper in the
personality
tower.
in
The
MMO
tower
stories.
has had strict rules against Zamorakian wizards for the last 100 years, and I have to apply that, even to her.
Although the RuneScape protagonist is definitely an insane drunk who plies people with alcohol and steals all their belongings. What are you gonna do?
I'm preparing an Icenic Purge. It'll send a surge of energy through the power beam, which should overpower whatever creatures have managed to enter it.
Okay. Progress. Want me to talk to anybody else?
What can I do for you on this glorious day, adventurer?
Seriously, they all look amazing, and they all look like super distinct from each other.
Are her premonitions still troubling her? I feared as much. Please let her know that I take her seriously, even if no one else does. I will do everything I can to convince Archmage Cedrador to take action. When I took Ariane on as my apprentice, she asked me to help her suppress her premonitions. She didn't want to stand out because of a natural gift. She wanted to stand out, if at all, by the work she put in. I told her that that was admirable, but it would be wrong to turn down an advantage the gods had given her. I helped her to harness her gift, to refine it, and to Zamorak with what the other wizards thought. With hindsight, it shouldn't have surprised me when Cedrador expelled her just for using every source of knowledge at her disposal.
Third named wizard up here.
Hello, young thingamy-what?
See anything
I've
unusual?
seen them in the power beam, you know. Thingamy-what?
Thingamywhat's.
I like to look at the power beam sometimes. There are so many things we see every day, but never look at, aren't there? Or look at every day, but never see. I see things in there. Thingamywhats. No one else sees them. They think I'm mad.
Where do they come from?
Didn't you know? This tower was built on the ruins of an old tower. That's where it came from, the swirly thing. I saw it come up through the floor of the library.
Have you learned anything from the wizards in the tower?
Yes.
So what did you learn?
Purge.
What he means is he's going to flood the tower with magic without knowing what he's dealing with. It might work, but I want to be sure. We should find out more.
You're a demon worshipper.
I spoke to the demon, spoke to it, but there's no middle ground with Cedrador. Step outside the line and you're a red wizard.
I like the idea of red wizards.
He's the only tower wizard who was sympathetic. He convinced me to work on them, rather than suppress them. But that doesn't help us with the problem. We need to find out what these vortices are. Through the library floor. But that means it was something from the old tower.
The old tower?
This tower is built on the ruins of an older one, which burned down 100 years ago. The story is that Zamorakian wizards betrayed the other orders, but the details of what happened are a mystery. I do know it happened just after the wizards discovered the inner secret of the rune mysteries. The rune essence teleport spell.
This is interesting. So does
Perhaps
this
that
take
discovery
place?
led to
What
a
age is
conflict.
this in?
The surface part of the old tower was destroyed by the fire, and the new tower was built on the same place. But the underground levels of the old tower are still there.
Yeah, I don't know if they're, when they talk about the old tower, if they're talking literally about the old school RuneScape, like RS2 tower?
Good idea. It's not going to be easy, though. Archmage Perian sealed the lower levels when he built the second tower. There's a rumor that the door can be opened using the water surge spell.
Oh, hey, water
But
surge.
many wizards have tried casting that spell on the door and failed. It's more likely that there's a key hidden somewhere in the tower. Could you go back into
I
the
do like
tower and find the
RuneScape
key?
referring to its
I
own
think
mechanics
Wizard
so
Elrond
much
will help us if we tell him what we're doing. You should start
in the
by
story.
talking to him.
This says it's 5th age, okay. Talk to Alarin again. What the quest guide says
What can I
here
do
in
for
game.
you on this glorious day, adventurer?
I'm gonna get to the old tower.
Alas, even senior tower wizards aren't allowed into the ruins. I certainly couldn't tell the secret to a disgraced ex-wizard and an outsider, however much I might privately want to help you. Ariane is a brilliant mage, but she has never mastered the subtleties of human interaction. The oath I swore to the tower prevents me from helping you.
Got it.
One wonders what it is that generations of archmages have wanted to keep locked away down there. Forbidding a source of knowledge goes against the principles upon which the first tower was founded.
You do know, though.
No one except Archmage Cedrador is allowed to know the secret of entry to the ruins. Naturally, I've heard the rumors. Many young wizards have wasted runes casting water surge on the door to no effect. A few, however, have speculated that the key might lie not in casting that spell, but in understanding it.
Oh, that's cool. What do you mean?
It was the Archmage Perian, first Archmage of the new tower, who sealed the lower levels. He had an idiosyncratic understanding of magic and its relationship to other arts. Perian had the pipe organ installed in the library, and he wrote a treatise on the relationship between magic and music.
Puzzle?
I don't recall saying anything of the sort. If you did want to read that book, though, for its historical interest, perhaps, you could find it on one of the bookshelves on the ground floor.
Bookshelves on the ground floor. Got it. Didn't even notice these bookcases spinning before. That's great. Harmony of the runes and spells of water. Okay, it's gonna be some kind of music puzzle. There's a diagram attached to the book. To view it, right-click the book and select View Diagram. Harmonies of music expressing the motions of the heavenly bodies. 12 notes with the chromatic scale. There are 12 runes. Oh, interesting. That's a cool connection to make. Assign each rune a pitch. Mind is A, air is A sharp. The diagram. That's cool as hell. Wow, I really like this. Great. Runes of the spells of water. The water surge is 10 water, 7 air, 1 blood, 1 death. And also has a diagram. Go play the organ, presumably, and we just...
Oh, all right. If you must play the organ, at least keep to the top manual. It's quietest. Not even Archmage Cedrador could concentrate with a racket from the loud manuals.
Why do you even have an organ in the library?
It's been here since the tower was rebuilt. I think the first Archmage was a little eccentric in his architectural preference.
This is a really cool puzzle, though. It's very simple. Just like, you know... Oh, they put the diagrams there for you. That's so nice of them. That's A sharp. And it's G sharp. And G. That was supposed to play audio. I certainly did not hear it. Cool. Excellent. Not bad. Says return to Ariane. Okay. Forbidden basement.
Have you made any progress with getting the key to the old tower?
I did.
The key to the old tower? Who knows what's down there? There could be knowledge that's been lost for 100 years.
Find out all we can.
I just hope it's well preserved. It would be terrible for knowledge to be lost forever. The entrance is on the east side of the island. Come on. Come on, open the door and let's see what's in the ruins.
Oh, down there. Wow, that's cool. Very hidden. Sweet.
This is amazing. We may be the first people to come down here for 100 years. This must be the Chamber of Shrines. The senior wizards used it as a meeting room, and wizards joining the tower would pledge allegiance to one of the 4 orders here. I've read about it, but I never thought I'd see it. The greatest magical innovators of Gielinor once walked this room.
Is there anything valuable we can loot? It's inspiring.
I wish we could spend more time
Is there
exploring.
anything
the
valuable we can
ruins.
loot would be in
If I
character
can,
for the
I'll
RuneScape
stay
protagonist.
down here after we've done what we came for.
4 magical
The
orders.
old
Okay,
tower
that's
was
going to
made
come
up
up in a
of
puzzle,
wizards
right?
from all over the
I'm
world,
seeing how the
wielding
RS3 writers
different
write.
philosophies of magic. They arranged themselves into 4 orders dedicated to different gods: blue, green, red, and grey.
Blue is Saradomin, green is Guthix, red is Zamorak.
The blue wizards worship Saradomin, god of goodness and order. He's the most widely worshipped god in human lands.
Everybody made fun of
The
me for
blue wizards
pronouncing
believed
Guthix
magic could be used
Guthix,
to
but
help people
I didn't ever play
and
the game with voice
focused on
acting.
non-combat spells. They invented most of the enchantment spells in the standard spellbook we use today.
Oh, that's cool.
After the first tower was destroyed, it was the surviving blue wizards who rebuilt it. The new tower is still a Saradominist institution, although these days a lot of wizards only pay lip service to the religion.
Green order.
The green wizards worshipped
Guys, the
Guthix, god
Guthix.
of nature and balance. According to the druids, Guthix created the world and then entered a deep sleep. Before the rise of our current civilization, the other gods went to war with one another for control of the world. After millennia of fighting, Guthix awoke and banished them, so they could no longer intervene directly. It was a follower of Guthix who discovered the rune essence, and the Green Wizards were the old tower's experts on rune crafting. Their statue
neat.
depicts their founder transmuting a lump of rune essence into a stack of runes.
Red.
The Red Wizards worshipped Zamorak. Most people today see Zamorak as a god of evil, but for the Red Wizards, he was a god of chaos, personal strength, and creativity. Legend has it that Zamorak was once mortal, but he stole the staff of a god called Armadil and used it to ascend into godhood. Their statue holds a staff in memory of that. The Red Wizards focused on destructive spells.
This is really good.
Especially ones involving fire. They invented most of the battle spells that made their way into today's standard spellbook.
I am sad that like the original versions of these quests are gone. Like I think it would be appropriate for some version of RS3 to include archives of the old material, like letting you go to time travel to old Gielinor or something and do the old versions. Because I hate when games like this delete stuff. But this is a much more interesting quest than Rune Mysteries old school.
There are other gods besides Saradomin, Guthix, and Zamorak. The Grey Wizards were those who worshipped lesser-known gods, such as Armadil or the Menaphite pantheon, or were non-religious. The Grey Wizards didn't invent many spells, but they made some of the greatest contributions to pure magical theory. Their statue's sword symbolizes a sharp mind cutting into the heart of a matter.
Sweet. What should we do now?
We need to get deeper into the ruins to the source of the power beam. It looks like that Rune Guardian is blocking the door.
Rune Guardian. What's up, bud?
Wizard, you have proved yourself worthy.
He's extra
What
quiet.
remains is to determine the order to which you will belong. Are you ready to be tested?
It thinks we're new wizards joining the tower. Originally, you wouldn't be able to get to this room without passing the entry tests.
What does the test involve?
I will ask you a series of questions. Your answers will reveal the order to which you are best suited. If you disagree with your allocation, you may take the
Sorting
test
hats
again.
shit. Got it.
The first question. You are behind in your studies due to illness, and a test is coming up. Your place at the tower is safe, but if you fail, you will lose some respect. Another apprentice offers you an opportunity to cheat.
Cheat to make up for my illness. Don't cheat because I wouldn't learn anything.
The second question. An elderly wizard, the last practitioner of a unique branch of magic, dies. Her diary might contain details about her unique magic, but her will states that the diary should be destroyed on her death.
For what it's worth, like, even with me turning everything up, I can almost not hear this Rune Guardian in my own headphones, so I don't know if there's just an issue with the game audio.
The third question. A rival wizard is spreading lies about you and has made you the laughing stock of a nearby village. They believe you are of low intelligence and poor moral character, and throw vegetables at you when you visit. What do you do?
We murder them all now. Reason with the villagers. This is definitely like, you know, Facebook quiz energy, right? Like, which Star Wars character are you? Do you feel like a scoundrel like the Heart of Gold? Are you a furry creature?
And are asked to take on an apprentice.
It's like the person can like definitely choose the one they want. Give him the resources to develop his areas of interest.
The fifth question. A senior wizard asked you to take part in a ritual that will greatly benefit the tower. Before the ritual starts, you discover that he learned part of it from a demon. The ritual appears safe, but demons are expert liars.
Do the ritual, stop the ritual. It's just like, balance it, Gothics, balance it. I'm Gothics, I'm a Gothics guy. I like Gothics, balance, study.
Welcome, Grey Wizard.
Thank you. The Gray. Oh, that's cool. That looks pretty sweet. I don't think this thing actually has any stats, or does it? Oh, it's got some magic stats.
Hey, what are you doing?
Doing a tricky? Making us a
You're
bridge.
what? That's a statue of Eratona the Green, who negotiated the treaties with local rulers that let the wizards transport runes from the Essence Mine.
This map is
You
really
can't
cool
just
looking
push her
too.
statue down.
You have a better idea?
Well, no, but be careful, okay? Try not to damage the statue.
Whoa. Oh, hey, a bunch more vortexes
This
of
is
the
it,
colors we just
the
established.
heart of the old tower. The central spellcasting chamber where the old wizards performed their most powerful rituals. It's amazing. I never imagined I'd see it in person. So do I. Most of the spells we use today were invented in this room. Wizards of all 4 orders cooperated for the sake of magical research. These vortices look like the one that attacked Wizard Boren. I want to find out what they are. I'll need you to attract a vortex into this circle and keep it there while I examine it.
Sounds good. Oh, I like the little scanning progress thing on the floor. That's a neat touch. Easier said than done to keep it in the circle, it seems like. Still think that the EOC combat, as much as it's a cool idea, the fact that it's like obviously grafted on the back of the tick system is problematic. Like, I feel like it could work if they reinvented combat from scratch, but it with old school, you can like feel the tick system without having to work terribly hard for it. Even if you're not prayer flicking, you can tell like the rate at which enemies attack and that sort of a thing. But here it's like they try to... It's an extension of their movement issue, right? Where like technically when you move, what's actually happening when you're running is you're teleporting every other tile. You're not actually moving, and then they like play an animation to make it seem like it's been interpolated. And it takes a while to kind of get used to the fact that actually movement is just teleportation between tiles. Here I think they're doing a lot of similar interpretation where like the animation is playing at a certain point, but the damage isn't actually applying outside of specific ticks. I was doing so well. Come back.
They're not ghosts. At first, I thought they might be ghosts.
Soul fragments.
They're soul fragments. I've heard about putting part of yourself into your work, but the old wizards literally put part of their souls into the power beam.
Why would they do that?
They must have wanted to create a very powerful magical effect. I don't know what they were trying to do, but whatever it was, it went wrong. Do you know what this is? I think this is what destroyed the first tower. I think there was an enchantment keeping the vortices here, but someone has removed it. Now, they're able to go up the beam to the new tower, and you saw the trouble they can cause.
Who removed the enchantment?
I can't tell, but it happened recently, within the last few days. It looks like we weren't the first people to come down here after all. I can replace the enchantment that was keeping the vortices here, but it'll take some time. While I do it, you need to go back to the new tower and delay Cedridor's casting of his Icenic Purge.
How can I delay Cedridor?
I don't know, but I'm sure you can think of something. If he's casting an Icenic Purge, he'll probably be in the library on the ground floor.
Okay, I'll do that now. We got some phasing going on, it looks like.
Please be quiet, adventurer. My assistant and I are casting an Icenic Purge, and we must have silence in order to concentrate.
You have to stop. Ignores you.
Please be quiet, adventurer.
I guess they set this up a second ago, right? The whole line about the organ being annoying. I really like the way they write these now. Just be random. So they said only play the ones on the top, right?
Please don't do that, adventurer. The Icenic Purge is in a critical stage, and it is essential that all participants be able to concentrate.
I like how reasonable it is to guess that. It's like, why would they include that dialogue earlier about only pressing the top keys?
Adventurer, I must insist that you step away from that organ.
Nope. Cutscene.
Break my concentration once more, and you will feel the wrath of the Grand Archmage of the Reborn Tower!
Just keep pressing annoying notes, it's great. Oh shit.
The purge is complete. Thank you, fellow wizards. Whatever these entities were, they could not have survived such a powerful wave of magic. Adventurer, I suggest you leave the library and find your friend Ariane. Tell her not to worry. We have dealt with the problem without any help.
About that. She just outside again? I'd be back in the cave. Oh, it was an instance version of the map. Okay, that makes sense. What's up?
It was close, but I managed to restore the enchantment. The vortices are trapped in the ruins again. Thanks for your help, adventurer. I couldn't have done this without you.
Guess we didn't learn about the rune essence mine. Maybe we already are supposed to know about it now? Happy to help.
Well, thanks again. I found some things in the ruins you might be interested in. They're yours if you want them.
70 mine runes, an air talisman, and a magic lamp.
I'm going to head back down to the ruins to study the vortices. I want to find out what happened to the old tower and who released the vortices from the ruins. Meet me down there if you want to help.
Sweet. All right, the Rune Mysteries rewrite. This is a pretty cool rewrite, I think. I mentioned during the playthrough that I wish they'd kept the old quests in the game somewhere, like a time portal where you could play through them as they used to exist or something, but so far I've liked all the rewrites. This rewrite has basically nothing in common with the quest in Old School. It introduces another signature character, Ariane. Ozan was also a signature character when we did the Prince Ali Rescue rewrite, and it mainly deals with exploring the ruins underneath the Wizard's Tower. As you've probably seen from my videos so far, the Wizard's Tower in RS3 is completely redesigned from Old School, and it's implied that there was an old tower underneath the current tower. I think they're kind of gesturing at the idea of, hey, we replaced the Wizard's Tower with this new fancy one, but they're not talking about literally the old tower from Old School RuneScape. They're talking about an old tower that's like hundreds or thousands of years old. But anyway, the quest ends up introducing us to all of the different wizards in the Wizard's Tower. They all have great chat heads and different voices, and they're pretty cool. Turns out that Ariane used to be an apprentice at the Wizard's Tower, but got kicked out for doing what they call red magic or demon magic, which they'd usually associate with Zamorak. So a lot of the quest is exploring her relationship with the wizards of the tower. There's a really neat lore segment that talks about the different kinds of wizards, with blue wizards being Saradominists, red wizards worshipping Zamorak, green wizards being the druids who worship Gothics, and then gray wizards being every other god. There's a cool music puzzle involving an organ that you use to go down into the basement. The reveal at the end of the quest is that the ancient wizards from the tower from years ago had left behind parts of their spirit. So they're not ghosts, but they had made magical spirit forms of themselves that were starting to rise up and cause problems in the tower proper due to some outside force that we don't find out about in this quest. I'm sure we're going to figure that out in the next quest in this series. So yeah, that's the Rune Mysteries rewrite. Let's get back to it. So magic lamp, yes please. And now I think I can start the Abyss. Where is that? Enter the Abyss. Here we go. Rune Mysteries requires nothing. I think this one, it seems like this is exactly the same, which is weird, because it's so, based on Rune Mysteries, the original version of Rune Mysteries. But I'll report back if anything is different. Talk to the Mage of Zamorak. Accept quest. At least it's clear that you started a quest there. It's not so clear in Old School. Yeah, it looks like it's literally the same quest. So I don't know about the Sixth Age stuff. I know through cultural osmosis it has something to do with Gothics and the gods and the whole thing with the gods coming back to the world, because previously in Old School they had been banished from the world. When you go to describe a quest, it says this takes place before the gods return to the world. So something to do with that. I don't know the details. Kind of interesting stuff though. I like the idea that Old School is an alternate universe where the gods never returned, remained sealed away by Gothics. It's fun. This is something I can't do on my chunk account right now. It's really frustrating. All right, and teleport. Scrying orb has enough information. Sweet. Got this guy's info. Money. Teleports. Runecraft. Sweet. Mini quest completed. Craft 27. All right, and you get a pouch for that. So now I think if I go talk to him in the wilderness, I can get the skull. I think just having the skull isn't dangerous. Probably need to bank literally everything. I'll bring some food. I would bring the agility pants, but I think I risk them, which I don't want to do. Well, actually, let me check, because they might be reclaimable in this game. If they're reclaimable, then I can safely bring them with me. Tree from Diango. That's cool. It has all the stuff I've already gotten. I don't know. Some of these are... I assume these are all just cosmetic. I'll have to look some of these up later. Okay, holiday weapons, skill sets. Oh, you can get the herb burner back. This is really nice that they have all these, and these are all cosmetics. Okay. All right, that's fine. If I can get it back, then I may as well wear it. I'm withdrawing my GP here. I don't know if you risk it if you're just walking around with it. That seems like an easy way to get somebody's cash stack since it's in a little box. I think I need 550k to afford the thing. And then I'll bring some cakes, I guess. Alright, let's check this content out. Trade with the Monk of Zamorak. There it is. Demonic Skull. That's fine. It has been sent to the bank. Oh, so someone doesn't immediately PK you here. That makes sense. Alright, and I guess I can use the lever. I guess I don't need to bring anything with me because I have a knife on me already. As you have entered the wilderness with a demonic skull, you can be attacked by anyone opted into PvP. Okay, I can slash the web. Try to find my way over to the agility course now. You also switch worlds here, somewhere maybe less populated. It's like really early in the morning here, so take advantage of that. Mage Arena is still here. It's a place I can go to buy runes later. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Pirates of Peril. Big mammoth looking guys. That's cool. They are scary. Okay. Bunch of wolves here in old school. And part of the reason I want to do this is I assume there's going to be fewer people here this early. I like how it still says you fall into the wolf pit, but there aren't any wolves here anymore. That's kind of funny. Alright, there's a talent scout here. Beautiful. I'm going to do this for a while. Do I have to wield it to get the bonus? I might. I don't know if just having it on me is acceptable. And I think with the skull, when you first get here, it's like 72k an hour or something. 786 XP. Nice. Alright, well, gonna live here for a while. I guess the advantage is that, like, even though I have 500k on me that someone could PK off me, it's like probably nothing compared to the amount of money a normal character can make anyway. I guess Hetz Oasis is the expected next course we would move to at level 65, and it is slightly worse XP than here with a skull. So obviously I would prefer to stay here if there's not actually any PK or risk. I just have no idea. Like in old school, it's pretty realistic that a PKer will show up and harass you, even at content like this where they can't expect to make any money at all. But I guess we'll see. Once I hit 65, if I've never seen a PKer, I'll probably stay here. If I have seen one, I might move to the Hetz Oasis. I think I get a level up at the end of this. I get significantly more XP for every level up I get here with the skull, so that makes me excited about the individual levels. I need to get 22 levels here. It's gonna take a minute. 10 minutes to the hour, so I'm really hoping the talent scout notices me. I need Senpai to notice me way in advance of the hour so I can get multiple chances at the outfit here. It is like 65k here, pretty stable, even including all of the failures, so that's a pretty big upgrade. Twice as good as what I was just doing. Yeah, I see where the wiki says that this is like 70k. It starts to crop into 70k if you get several lucky laps in a row without any failures. The failures are pretty punishing. I'm trying to stay at low health because I think the lava damages you as a percentage of your health, so that's clever though. Like, makes it more likely that you'll be low health when a PKer shows up. 3 minutes to the hour. Come on, man. I think that does scaling damage as well. I don't think these skeletons are a major threat. I missed my opportunity, I guess. That's okay. It's a fresh hour. I don't plan to go anywhere. I'm just going to stay here for a while. Get 54 agility here. There it is. I like that there's a new, like, level up fanfare after level 50. That's cool. Bastard offered it to me 2 laps after the hour turned over. I wonder if it gives, like, significantly better XP because he pulled me in here from the wilderness course. Oh, I haven't seen this one before. Just sheep? Punch the hungry sheeps. Oh, okay. It's another, if you get lucky, degenerate with the one where you have to open the random boxes. Okie doke. Only succeeded on this once, and I'm officially dry now. We're left. I wonder if one actually has one, or if it's just like, it's determined, it gets rolled every time you punch one. Oh, that sucks. I think I can still get a piece of the outfit even if I fail. I did! Hey. Okay, well, that's the main reason we're doing this, is for the outfit, so I don't care about actually passing and getting the XP reward. 55 agility. I'm probably gonna, like, lose my motivation, but I'm gonna really try to just, like, churn out 65. So I have Hetz Oasis as an option in case there are PKers. It's like 4 in the morning right now, Pacific time, and as far as I can tell, RS3 is pretty dead. Maybe there's no risk. Maybe I could do this in the middle of prime time and no one's gonna come PK me. Very much enjoying that I can just kind of zoom all the way out, not rotate my camera, and just click these things. Here's 56 agility. Quadruple loot from cave goblins. Okay. All right, here we go. Another level up. Agility 57. I'm starting to fade, so I'm basically just going to keep going until I get the pit again, so that I didn't, so I take advantage of the hour, essentially. Agility 58. So, once again, I have to get all the XP I've already gained to date again. Another 224k to 65, and then I have an out if there end up being PKers here later. I was able to clean up the Alt-1 interface. In fact, there was a way to remove the little overlay from the corner, which I appreciate because it would look really ugly. This, clashes because I can't get it to look like the old school UI, but that's okay. I think putting it down here is reasonably out of the way, and I can always minimize it, hide it, so I can figure out where I want to put it while it's minimized. But I was going to pop in to say that since getting here, I think the XP per hour has gone up by about 8k, which is nuts from just getting, 6 levels. So I think that this is the training method to 99, honestly, with the skull at least, as long as that continues to be safe. I'm not going to go to 99. I have 0 interest in 99 agility. I should look up what agility level is needed for the quest cave. I actually don't know. Damn, it's 90 for the master quest cave, which I don't know what the difference is yet, but I can only set that as an upper bound. Probably won't go past 90. I'm a little bit past 90 on, or I'm close to 90 on my main account on old school. Wanted to try to get a ring of endurance, but kind of like tapped out on the arty course. Hey, it's time for bed. The talent scout called me over. I get to go to sleep now. Thank you. Appreciate that, sir. Hoping I put the thing in the thing, because that's the one that I can actually do. Well, another one I haven't seen. Wait, no, is this the box one again? No, floor is lava. Cross from one side of the arena to the other by jumping on the crates. Some of the crates are weak and will break when you jump on them. Unknown how many crates are weak. No statistics. Okay, it's literally just random chance. So I think the only one that's not random chance is put the thing in the other thing. Maybe the karaoke one with the falling rocks is possible. Nope. That was not it. Can I get a piece, please? I did not get a piece, sadly. That's okay. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm very, very, very tired. Find somewhere to stash this so that it's hidden when I don't need it actively. That's probably fine. Not super in the way. I wish it would like minimize the other way, like down at the bottom, but... Alright, I'm gonna continue this training when I wake up. I'll see you later. Bye. Alright, y'all. I got some sleep. There it is. 59 agility. I've got 7 minutes till the hour. Really hoping this guy will just talk to me. He really does not like to talk to you until right at the last possible second, it feels like. Well, I found a place to hide this Alt-1 thing that I can like trivially grab it, but it's out of the way. Just like down in that corner down there. I think that works just fine. Oh, if you see a little blue thing in the bottom right corner, that's what that is. I think that's the only Alt-1 tool I want to use, the one that just reads the screen and then does the XP calculation. I might use the clue one. I haven't done any clue scrolls yet, though. We'll see. I ended up having about a 20-minute opportunity for this guy to take me to the pit, and he did not. So it's the top of the hour. Hopefully we'll get one in the next hour. All right, got the pit this time. 18 minutes into the hour, so not under any kind of time pressure here. I think it's karaoke again. It's nice they give you the event introduction. I'll just report how it goes here, I guess. Oh my god, I actually did it. I'm not gambling. It's not worth it, I don't think. Nobody ever wins. It seems like if it's a 1 in 3 chance to double, 1 in 3 chance to keep the same, and 1 in 3 chance to get half XP, I think on average that returns slightly more XP every time, so I may as well gamble. I probably get more XP from the race. 6,094, that's a lot. Yeah, if it's on average worth more, I may as well. Although I barely ever actually win, so I feel like it's not going to average out. I'm just going to keep the XP, it's fine. Please give me more nimble pieces. It would be nice if you got a higher chance if you actually won. No peace, but I did get level 60 agility. All right, I'm finally out of food. Probably need to finish doing my dailies. So I'm gonna roll out of here really quick. I don't know, I'm guessing I can't teleport, right? Can't use this above level 20 wilderness. That is fine. Should be able to sneak my way into the mage arena. I guess I'll buy the runes while I'm there. All right, checking out the mage arena. Bank my stuff. I get a full heal for popping in here. That's nice. I guess I don't actually have to leave, but I should do my dailies and then come back, I think. All right, so this is a similar shop to pest control. Also, apparently, since I've officially decided I'm not going to use auras and I'm not going to do daily challenges, I don't think that hoarding a ton of runes is as necessary. My understanding is you do that to redeem them for something called Viswax. And Viswax is used to extend your auras or reset their cooldown or whatever dumb shit, which I'm not going to do anyway, so I could probably start toning it down and just focus on my other dailies. All right, getting to 50 agility and 50 thieving unlocked Martin Thwaite's store, which I think I still want to buy the black equipment from. Don't think I want the knives. I don't know if I can do anything with those. Be for invention far in the future is my understanding. All right, dailies are basically all done. Heading back to the course. There's agility 61. 4 more to go. Get my safety course. All right, so I'm doing my research here, or the whole reason we're doing this agility grind is to get to 75 so that we can do the flash powder factory during the spotlight period. Now, kind of my restricted concept here for this account is to not do anything where there is time pressure. Like, I don't want to do seasonal events because I'm going to feel like I have to do it during that specific week. I'm really glad that Ironman automatically opts me out of double XP weekends for the same reason. So I think the question that raises is, how should I even handle, like, minigame spotlights? I looked at so I was like, okay, why does the Ironman thing for Flash Powder Factory say you should wait for a spotlight week? What does that do? What does it matter? And apparently spotlight weeks give you a currency called Thaler, which I think I hate. I think I hate Thaler. I understand exactly what Jagex was going for by adding it, but I think it's another one of those things that just like kind of ruins what makes RuneScape special. So Thaler, if you're not familiar, is a currency that can be used to redeem rewards from any of the mini games featured in the minigame spotlight, right? So, like, I think the theory is if you really like Barbarian Assault, but you hate Pest Control, you can do a bunch of Barbarian Assault when it's on Spotlight and then spend the Thaler to buy your Void outfit instead of actually earning it from the content that's supposed to provide it. It basically degenerates it all into a single shop, and you can just do currency from the one minigame that you want to play. I hate this. Watch my video essay if you want to know why I hate it. But I think I have a reasonable solution to Thaler, because it's likely that I'll just end up earning Thaler from doing a mini game, while the event is running. So I think if I'm only allowed to spend Thaler that I earn from a mini game on the rewards from that specific mini game, if I like keep track of how much I earned and how much I spent in each shop, I think that's probably fine. So, for example, if I do this Flash Powder Factory during Spotlight Week and I earn 500 Thaler, I can spend that 500 Thaler to buy rewards that I could also redeem with the Flash Powder Factory specific currency, right? And I think that that's still going to achieve the same end, that I'm going to have to check out every minigame if I want to get all the rewards from every minigame. I'm not just going to get a fighter torso by doing pest control or something similar. So that's kind of my idea for handling it for now. We'll see how it even goes with the Spotlight thing. It turns out that that Spotlight event is while I'm out of town, so I'm going to have to do most of it on my phone mobile and not record any of it. I'll likely record myself checking out the minigame a couple times when it's not on Spotlight, just so that you can see my reaction to it and all that. And then while I'm traveling, I'll do it on the plane or whatever. Hey, 35 minutes in, the pit. I think I'm currently on rate with these Nimble outfits, if it's 1 and 3. So I want to say this is my 7th game. I've got 2 pieces, so I should have gotten 2 pieces by now. Nope. You tried. Peace, please. No peace. Bummer. Here we go. Agility 62. I guess I should report it's like 11 a.m. now, so on a Friday, so not exactly prime time, but also not like the dead of the morning, and I still haven't seen another soul here. So I think I might be okay to not get hassled. 550k is obviously a lot of money. Oh, I brought my cash stack with me. Oops. I guess we'll see what it... Does that get summarized here? So if I lose it, I lose it. I feel like having a currency pouch makes the wilderness way more annoying to try to balance. Carried wealth at risk. All right, I need to pop out to prep for stream. I also forgot to do a daily, because of course I did. I need to go buy out from Vanaka's Slayer shop, get those insulated boots. I really hope that those pay off whenever I unlock Invention forever from now. But I want to try to get the pit to spawn. I really hope it spawns like somewhere in the first 30 minutes and not in like the back half, so I'm scrambling like turn RS3 off while I go live with stream. So we'll see. Hopefully he'll prompt me any second here. Here comes 63 agility. It's a bummer. Sometimes when you fall, it's easy to be in like autopilot and not realize that you fell and need to go back and redo the obstacle, and you get screwed out of the end of lap XP when that happens. Oh good, the scout called me over. I got 20 minutes left until I go live with stream, so I'm really glad it didn't happen like right at the end of the hour. Okay, so I can see the shape early here if I look. I think I got it just in time. Whew. Okay. Really hope I get a piece here. I think going for pieces in this reminds me of trying to go for the rogue's outfit. I might actually go ahead and risk it. Well, that's quite a bit less than last time. I guess it's different amounts for different minigames. I guess if it's a minigame that's skill-based, it gives you less, so I'll go ahead and risk it. Why not? Stays the same. Okay. Could have been worse. Please, nimble outfit. Please, 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 please. I hate going for the rogue's outfit in old school, because, like, you could get lucky in like the first 3 drops and massively shrink the length of your grind, because the game doesn't remember that you didn't get it previously, right? Hey, hell yeah. This is a good day. Looking good. The feathers on the back are kind of silly looking. Alright, I need to get out of here and do that daily with Vanaka, so I'm gonna do it real fast. Alright, made it to safety. Just gonna teleport to Edgeville to buy out Vanaka's insulated boots, and then we'll continue agility once I'm back.
Oh, it's a new day, so I got new dailies to work on. Start with the Nemi Forest. Oh, looks like the Nemi Forest map has been reset. I guess I gotta come here quite a bit earlier, or I shouldn't try to do this first thing in the morning. In that case, I'm gonna work on doing the rest of my dailies later today, I guess. Alright, headed back to the agility course. Another agility level up. 64. Hopefully I get a pit. It's 15 minutes to the hour, so it's probably unlikely. I tend to get it around 35 minutes into the hour. I think if I come here too late, I just miss out on the first hour most of the time. All right, made it to the hour and didn't get pulled to the pit, so I only need 2 more pieces. After that, if I get it, I'll be happy. It's a slightly extra XP, but I won't feel like I need to get it anymore. All right, got an early pit here. This is just 14 minutes into the hour, and it's the box one. I think I have like a 30, maybe less than 30% chance to get it here. Oh, I found it. Holy shit. Actually won an RNG one for once. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and gamble it as well. Risking crate, sure, why not? Same reward. All right, let me try it. Please give me a piece. The sooner I get a piece, the sooner I'm done. Hey, I got a piece and a level up. Nice. 65 agility. I'm really excited about getting that piece there. So now that I'm 65, I can technically access the head oasis, but I think this place is still better XP, so I'm going to stay here till 75. Keep that in my back pocket, though, if I do get PK'd. I don't want to spend another 500k. 4 out of 5 pieces, so 1 more piece, and I don't have to worry so much about the pit and getting the timing for it. Agility 66. 9 levels to go. XP rate's like 84k right now, which is pretty solid. Although the levels are starting to get really slow, just because I'm a higher agility. 75 is going to be a bitch and a half, but I did this in old school. I opened the account with a couple dozen hours of agility training. I can do this. It's going to be much easier with a way, 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 way higher XP rate. Got called over for the pit. That was about 22 minutes into the hour. I really want this last piece because I'd love to just not think about this anymore. Having to like plan my playtime and sessions around maximizing the chance that I'll get to do the pit. I don't like that. Oh hey, it's high-low. Guessed high on a 4 and it rolled a 2. Come on, give me the last piece. I'll be so happy if you just give me the last piece. Now watch me go super dry on it.
1 and 3 is pretty rollable, but I can go pretty dry when I'm only allowed to do it once per hour, right? I did not get these. 67 agility here. Kaboom. Yeah, really slow now. Made an extremely minor optimization. I didn't realize that the RuneScape loading screen was technically like optional, that it's something you would do for like the look of the game, so that when you load into the map you don't like see texture pop in. I could not care less about that. I just want to load in once I fall so I can run away from the skeletons right away. So I turned it off. It might save me a tick here and there. It doesn't take that long to load, but you know, it's a video games thing. All right, I've been putting off Gothic's caches for too long. I'm almost out of time, so I'm gonna head out and do this cache that should start here in a minute. I'll try to stay out long enough to do the next one. I might just bounce out of agility every time the pit spawns until I get the full set, so that I'm only really running it when it's possible for me to get a pit random. All right, I'm out of here for my first cache of the day. 64 divination. Got the pit. Just in a few minutes of coming here, so that's good. I might leave after this, take this like as the opportunity to not feel like I have to be doing agility to get chances at the pit. Go finish up the rest of my dailies, and then I'll come back at the start of the next hour after the next Gothic's cache. Another RNG minigame. Nope, didn't get it. Hey, fuck yeah. Wonderful. I now have the full nimble set as an extra 1%. The skilling outfits in old school are kind of pointless most of the time. There's a couple that you can get very trivially, like the lumberjack outfit, but like 2.5% isn't a big enough boost to be worth the hassle you have to spend on them. But here you get 6%, which is actually somewhat noticeable, especially on the giant XP drop at the end of this one. So I am happy to have this done. I don't have to worry about the pit anymore. I don't have to schedule my time around the pit. I don't think there's like a modified nimble headgear or something like that, but I'll try to make sure. Here is agility 68. We are officially halfway to 75. I have to double my current XP total to get to 75. I think now that I have the full nimble outfit, that I'm going to do this once an hour, basically. So every time the hour is up, I'll come here and run laps until the pit spawns. Finish getting whatever agility level I was working on, and then leave and go do something else, just for my own sanity. I'm certainly fine to stick to a grind like that, but I have so many other things in RS3 right now that don't require like 12 hours of consecutive attention, so I guess I should calculate how long it's actually going to take me. I have 604k XP to go at like 90k an hour, so probably like 6 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna break this up. All right, doing my daily divine location. I think it starts ticking down once you begin gathering. All right, the whole point of doing 75 agility is for the flash powder factory, so if I'm not going to be doing agility, I should work on the other skills necessary. I'm going to start with thieving, so start safe cracking 75, and then I got to work on herblore at some point. I'll likely end up going back to Chaos Druids. I think it's probably only going to be one more trip to Chaos Druids, should pay for that level up. Right, I am getting camouflage fragments now occasionally, so I think that increases the urgency to unlock invention. I don't know how like necessary it is to rush invention, but it looks like getting it unlocked early is going to be really helpful for making things more AFK, which you know is my jam. One of the things that I can do with invention is make an auto screener for archaeology. I'm pretty low archaeology right now, but eventually having the option to just like make that skill, which is already quite AFK, even more AFK would be outstanding. So decent chance I'll keep trying to push mining and smithing up to 80, and then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for crafting to 80. 71 thieving, 4 to go. Popping in my second cache for the day. All right, let me out of here. I'm going to be able to do the Nemi forest today. I think I have to be really careful to make sure I knock that out before the map gets cleared out, because sometimes they don't do it on the weekends, it looks like. Divination 65. I have no objectives for divination. I guess 80 for unlocking invention. Like, this is kind of my ticking clock to get smithing and crafting to 80, I guess. All right, I wanted to finish my safe cracking run. I filled up a medium bag. This is my first time actually filling the loot bag before turning it in, so might be a big boost of XP and money. And I'm going to go back and do agility for one more level. Get my money here, coins, thank you, and fence items. Nice, that's a level up, I think. Needing 72. It's a lot of puffer points as well. I need to check what my next objective is. I think it's the next size of loot bag, so I don't have to come here as often. 2k puffer points, that's
That's a ways off, actually, but okay. All right, so the specific plan here is I have 40 minutes. It took about 20 minutes to do all my other dailies, the Gothic's Cache, that kind of a thing. I'm going to run this until I get an agility level and a pit appearance. So if I get the level and I haven't seen the pit yet, I'll keep going until the pit rolls. So the quest I think I want to do here, out of order, the dig site is pretty good regardless, but the reason I'd like to do it is that it unlocks an AFK agility training method, which I guess you can only get 800k XP at it, and you can never train there again. But I could potentially do that in between my hourly runs over here and maybe get some chores done around the house. So I will go do the dig site once I finish up getting this agility level and seeing the pit again. All right, got my pit spawn, so that's nice. I might actually leave after this pit spawn to go check out this this dig site method, because if it's AFK, 800k XP I think is going to get me all the way I need. Yeah, it'll get me to 75, and I'd love it to be AFK, so we can get some work done. Hey, I found the key in this one again. Interesting. All right, well, I'll gamble, I guess. Why not? Not that much XP if you lose, and I think you come out ahead on average, like I said. Same reward. All right, beautiful. I love that animation. It's great. All right, we go do the dig site quest. I should be able to do the dig site. I probably don't need to show you anything because I don't think they've changed the quest in RS3, but if anything changes, I'll pop in. And the general look of the area is pretty different with the addition of the Archaeology Guild, so that's cool. Sep quest. I guess this is slightly different just because they move characters around for putting the Archaeology Guild here. Normally, I think you'd go to the museum to get that. Yeah, they've moved a couple things, like the bush you have to search. This used to be in a big area with a ton of soil. Obviously, nothing like that here. Due to changing the layout here, it's a little bit annoying, more annoying than it was before to talk to all these students. Same dialogue and everything, but this is already a kind of a frustrating quest. Lots of running back and forth. Screwed up and didn't turn this in on my Chunkman account. I hope it doesn't screw me in the future, because it's a way to get a fruit blast for Recipe for Disaster. So they greatly simplified the different dig site areas by just making a single thing you interact with. It's a good way to save themselves some space, I think. And really unlucky. I've been at this for a while. Oh, there it is. Of course, as soon as I come off to complain, I get it. Very minor change. They added this sack of charcoal here. I think you can get charcoal just by digging in the dig site, but it's nice to have something right there. This is kind of a cool menu. It's basically the same. It's just to prevent you from having to use things in your inventory. It has you select a thing from your inventory that might be relevant, and it shows you a couple of things to maybe throw you off the trail if you're not 100% positive what to do. And I can do the tinderbox, yeah. All right, this should be quest complete. No big changes from OSRS. Cool. All right, and now I have to figure out what I need to do. Oh, you passed 25 quest points. I need to find out how to do this AFK agility thing. Oh, apparently I unlocked this with 65 agility and 65 divination, which I just got today, so that's cool. All right, so I guess there's like weird cycles down here, and you ride the one that has purple on it, and then it's like 40 seconds of AFK, which is great. I'll go get some chores done. I actually might not be here to report level up, so I'll let you know the total progress I make. So you may have seen it there. I got to 69 agility. Nice. I'm going to need to do some training on my phone here for a bit, so I'll not be able to call out level ups, but I'll come back and summarize when I come back. It'll be... Hopefully I'll get to like 70, 71. This is a fairly reasonable training method, but something I hate about it is that when you have to switch bikes, you like click off, and then there's like a 3 or 4 second delay before you can click to the cycle. It makes it significantly more attentive than I think it's intended to be. All right, I am back from being away from my computer. I did get one agility level, level 70 unannounced. I'm getting pretty close to 71 here. After that, I'm going to head back to the wilderness course and try to do this a little bit more actively. I'd like to save some of the XP from this for when I need AFK for something. It's a specific kind of AFK, like this is great for watching a show where I can kind of keep an eye on it, but it doesn't make a sound effect when the little purple circle moves, so can't really use it for video editing, I've learned. I end up missing the empowered chair moving. There's 71 agility. Now I'll go ahead and head back into the wilderness. Apparently I got a bunch of these Centisten scrolls, so I'm gonna head back to the dig site and turn them in really quick before I go to the wilderness. Ophelia Diggory. Found something special amidst the rubble. Yes, take my scrolls for study. Collect all the letters. Okay. An achievement. That's cool. No thanks. Actually, before I had to do agility, Nemi Forest should be up again. I almost completely forgot. It's like just a couple hours until reset, so I'm glad I remembered. Yep, looks like it's open. Glad I made it in time. Engineering 20. Nice. I don't know if that unlocks anything.
Edgeville Dungeon, Hill Giant Dungeon. Interesting. Not quite a prayer level, but I should get one before we leave. Get a farming level here, maybe? 30 farming. Very good. Haven't had to do much actual farming. Big thanks to this person, Crystal Cove, who I think is Nemi Queen on the Nemi Forest subreddit, for like always running this place. Farming 31. Should be a prayer level. 37. Prayer, a level I would usually care about. All right, I think I'm going to start looking at the list of weeklies to make sure I'm doing as many weeklies as possible, and I guess also monthlies. I think there's a monthly called the Giant Oyster that's worth doing for irons, question mark. I don't know the specifics on that. I think there's a quest I have to do, which is, of course, going to have to be out of order. Pulled the pit 4 minutes after the hour. I didn't get one for the previous hour, unfortunately. I never do unless if I'm doing this literally from the beginning of the hour, it seems like. Well, it's high-low, so I almost certainly lose. Oh, I lost. Game of chance. You can't be good at this. All right, here comes 72 agility, just 3 more to go. It's so far away. So far away. All right, got another pit here.
He just killed you.
All right, karaoke. I have to avoid falling rocks. And I think it's mostly RNG as to whether I succeed, but it's like a mini game where it feels like maybe you have a chance. No! Ah! I guess I can't fit through that corner. 73 agility. 2 more to go. We're coming up on the home stretch here. I think I want to pop out and try to start working on weeklies that I haven't accessed yet. So there's a wiki article called Repeatable Events that summarizes everything that's a weekly or a monthly lockout. And all of the ones that are reasonable to complete, I want to get working on them now. It's near the end of the week. It's near the end of the month. So I want to do as much of that as I can. I also have, I guess the daily reset just happened a little bit ago. So I guess I'll probably pop out and do dailies first, and then I'm going to try to figure out this weekly thing. All right, finished the Gothic's Cache. Did not get enough XP for level up, and no boost. Since I'm playing around the reset, I get to use the exact same map for Nemi Forest, so I'll get some level ups here, I think. Prayer level up? Yeah, 38. Farming, 32. Now farm Ranars, that's nice. All right, I need to start researching some of these weeklies here. Already done Irby Werby. I'm going to look into the following. Big Top, Skeletal Horror, Tears of Gothics, Familiarization, Hanky Points, Player Port, Help Meg, Shattered Worlds, which it sounds like I might not be able to do, Wisps of the Grove, Troll Invasion, God Statues, and Giant Oyster. A couple of those do require a couple quests. I think Skeletal Horror, I have to do Rag and Bone Man and its follow-up. Tears of Gothics I've done on, old school and all of its prerequisites, but we'll see if there's anything like crazy in the lead up to that. And then Giant Oyster has one called Beneath Cursed Tides that I'm close to the requirement for. So I think I'm just going to go down those in the order I just listed, just to kind of knock them out and figure them out. Still using this herb burner. I know it's less efficient XP than actually mixing the herbs, but I enjoy that I don't have to hunt down secondaries. I think the time savings is probably worth it since I can trivially get all of these herbs. I think anything above Ranar I won't use this for because I can't just get Ranars. And I guess no, because I can trivially get Irits as well. Anything above Irit I won't use this for, and I'm going to save all my Gloms for Divine Herb locations. Alright, so the Circus is the first one I'm doing. I can do this for Agility XP. Now I guess is the time to do it. Vendor hands you a ticket. Okay, cool. There's a Ringmaster. One of the Big Top Bonanza. So I want to do Agility something or other. Is that the Agility Changing Room, I guess? Do your agility performance. Access to new moves. The first of these moves, ordered by difficulty, you're free to attempt any move you wish, regardless of your agility level. You're more likely to perform the trick right if you have the recommended agility level. Okay, I need to make sure I don't screw this up since I can only do it once per week. I think the way this works is that I can do anything up to a no-hand cartwheel. So small hop, one leg balance, twirl handstand, cartwheel, small leap, no-hand cartwheel. I cannot do a forward roll, a large leap, a backflip. I can maybe do a juggle. Oh, what I can juggle depends. I can juggle everything except cannonballs, torches, and chinchambas. Okay, so large leap, backflip, forward roll, cannonballs, torches, chinchambas are the ones I cannot do. Don't rush to the performance. It's not timed. Okay, that's good to know. We do a no-hand cartwheel. Audience request. Juggle tuna, which I can do. Animations are pretty great. Do a no-hands cartwheel. Probably shouldn't have opened with, I guess. I don't like the repetitive performance. Okay, I understand for next time. One leg balance. Now, I guess if it wants me to juggle eggs again, it's not worth the repetitive performance penalty. So instead, I will juggle the best thing I can juggle, which is soap. Where do you... Oh, and the levels matter. Okay. I didn't understand that part. Handstand. I need to do everything in the level range that I can here. Spades, I guess. Small leap. I've already done a reward for it, so I guess I'll do the small hop. Knives. I think I don't want to... I think I want to try to push things that I don't have access to. Let me check. $715, 8,000 experience points. That's pretty decent. I think there's other things I can do at the circus other than the agility game, so I'm gonna look around and see if I can figure it out. Magic performance. Could you explain it to me? Same idea, 4 kinds of spells, levitation, teleportation, alchemy, and elemental. It's like the mage training arena, sort of. Props of different difficulty ratings. Only perform 10 spells. Performance is not timed. Yeah, okay. Oh right, I was supposed to get extra points from doing emotes. I didn't even think about that before. Okay, you get a small amount of points for doing emotes. Gotcha. I don't have a very high magic level. I'm like level 28, so... Levitate the cat, I guess. Oh, she tells me anyway, once I first start doing it. Whoa! That's cute. Oh, get a level up right away. Nice. Blast the armor. I don't think I have blast spells, do I? Still got XP for it. You succeed, but just barely. Levitate the rat. I wanted to do that anyway. I ended up getting 30 in the process of doing this. I guess we'll see. Blast the tree stump. Which I can do. I already got XP for that. Yeah, there's level 30, although a little late for it. Oh, I think I actually failed. Interesting. I dislike the repetitive performance, I see. Oh, that's cool, turning it into gold. Now, this is pretty decent XP. Could make this work every week, I think. Alright, there's a ranged performance as well. What level did I get ranged to? 21, oof. Okay. Same basic idea, I think I get it, yes. Oh, I see. Just like shoot something. Nice. Level 20 spot. Miss. Still count as a repetitive performance. Okay, I see. I already did level 10. Pretty significantly likely to miss for the rest of it, right? A small amount of XP. I'll have to do this when I'm a higher level, I think. I got some XP though. I got a level up. It's not bad. Alright, the other performances are quest locked. So I'm not going to worry too much because it's like fire making and thieving, which I don't need bonus weekly XP, and I'm mostly here for the agility XP. But yeah, that was the big top. Let me figure out the next one. I said I was going to do them in the order I listed earlier, but I'm going to skip the ones that have prerequisites first. So I guess we're going to do familiarization next. Okay, so I guess this minigame or weekly or whatever only happens at certain times of day for some reason. So I need to understand how it works. Before it triggers, I only get one shot. And it's for not just summoning XP, but summoning outfit, which I think is going to be really important for me. I don't think the skilling outfits are crazy impactful, but given how hard it is for me to train summoning, every point of XP matters, I think. Alright, I have 8 minutes until this starts, so I'm going to try to find something to do. Maybe I'll like chop some trees and fletch them or something. But it seems like the gist of it is you go in, well, first you talk to him and he tells you where you have to go to enter the minigame, and it's like a hint, so you have to know what he's talking about. And then when you enter the minigame, it gives you a random spirit form, and there are 2 other spirits that are opposed to you that you kind of have to sneak around while picking things up. So I'm probably going to do really poorly with it on my first attempt. I'll give it an honest try. But any kind of summoning XP or summoning outfit would be incredible. Just fletching over here, fletching 41. 42 fletching. Oh, I finally got that silly strange rock from fletching. I feel like it's crazy it took me that long to get it. I should see what other strange rocks I need. Reading, you can make familiarization easier if you have infinite run, and the spa can provide that temporarily, but I don't have the clay for it, so I'm going to go ahead and get more workers, and then I'll try to build it. Demons and Dwarves of Chaos, that sounds like the wilderness, right? Oh, blue dragons in the Taverley dungeon. Okay, I think I have enough of an agility boost to be able to take the shortcut there, which is nice. Hooray, 70 agility. I'm having to deal with not having 70 agility on my chunk account. It's driving me crazy because I've had it for so long on all of my other accounts. I always go for agility first. Squeeze through the obstacle pipe and then hopefully don't get immediately attacked by this big boy. Good, I did not get attacked. Haven't come back yet. Who? Okay. Can I help? Help us get shards. I'll have a go. Alright, so I need to see what it turns me into here. I am a jellyfish. Oh, it tells me what to avoid. Vampire bats and golems, and I have to get the shards. I think it's just golems are like, those are more punishing if I get too close to them, basically. But I guess I don't want to get close to anything. I see why having infinite run energy regen is very powerful here. Okay. And it reminds you of the ones that have already figured you out at the top. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I'll have the spa for this next time, because I can just activate it and then immediately teleport over here. And I guess if you have that activated, you can pretty much just ignore everything and just kind of run from shard to shard, and you'll be completely fine. I don't know how close I'm allowed to get to this stuff that's not, specifically my enemy. Like, there's one of the bats. I gotta stay away from him. I think more of them become my enemy over time. Very interesting minigame. I think I want to walk on top of creatures. I think that's probably bad. It's hard to say. I think that's the obsidian golem. Yeah. Probably will not get the maximum number of spirit shards here. More familiars are hunting you. Okay. I also don't know if these like respawn it occasionally or if there are exactly 60 on the map. I guess the main thing I'm here for is the summoning outfit, which I think I get a piece of regardless of my reward potential. It doesn't take me 6 weeks to get the full outfit, but it's weird moving so slow because you effectively have unlimited run energy in RS3, I guess outside of this minigame. Should do this more systematically next time as well. I didn't realize that there were a finite number of them. I'm happy with a score of 54 if that's all I have at the end, though, given it's my first time trying. I expected to do much more poorly. 60 shards. The effect of having so many piles of raw shards takes its toll. Sweet. Yes, please. Summoning ingredients is the way I get the outfit, it looks like. Thanks, man. Sick. Guess you don't actually get any XP for the task itself. Of course you don't. Take your reward. Shaman's headdress. Sweet. Looks pretty cool. Alright, mark that one off the list. Next up is the player port, which I think I need level 90 in a skill for, which I'm actually probably going to end up hitting 90 thieving from safe cracking, just as I use it to make money. So we can do that eventually, but I'm not going to worry about doing it soon. I think there's still something I can do in the player-owned port. An NPC named Meg gives me a skill lamp that I can put in the skill of my choice, which is probably going to be summoning. Although if it scales to my current level, maybe it makes more sense to put it into Herblore. That's what this port portal is for. Okay. Can't do anything here. Let's have level 90 or higher in at least one of these skills. Okay. But I can talk to Meg.
Hi there.
Oh, she's got voice acting.
Good Guthix, it's you. I mean, it's really you.
Me?
I am such a fan. I've been following your adventures for, well,
I
forever.
haven't done very much, but okay.
I'm an adventurer myself. Well, okay, I'm not a proper adventurer, certainly not of your caliber, but I've been on a couple of adventures. Okay, one. Okay, so I daydreamed about an adventure, but it's something I really want to do.
Okay.
I'm Meg, by the way. I, already know your name.
How are your adventures
Well,
going? Shut
I'm
up, Meg is an
supposed to
option
go
that's
on
funny.
one, but I could use
I
a
get
little
it.
advice if you're up for it. I'll give you some of the
Ask away.
So, I have decided that I need to get in touch with my spiritual side. I'm heading into Lumbridge to learn the secrets of the Saradominist church there. You know, the one by the graveyard. Any advice?
Okay, so apparently it gives you different options and they can have higher quality values, so Father Eric's a good man to talk to. Yeah, so you can point her to specific quests. One side is neutral. So I think this is our best one.
Is that right? It sounds... No, I'm sure it's right. You're never wrong.
I didn't get another choice, though.
So, I've discovered that between me and my target is an army of the undead. What do I do?
Whittle them down with cannon fire. That seems right.
Good idea. What's the best armor to wear while exploring?
Something durable that allows freedom of movement.
Thanks for the advice. You're the best. Okay, I shall try not to die.
Okay, so she leaves, and then I get the lamp when she comes back next week. Okay, so the size of the XP lamp is based on the advice you give. You do get random options, so I was able to give an excellent. I guess you could quit out and re-roll the options. So strange. Okay, right on. This is the kind of thing, this is part of why I hate dailies and weeklies and monthlies and stuff. It's like, I'd love to just try to figure that out, but the penalty for just guessing, figuring it out is huge when it's time gated like that, you know? I guess it could be more mildly time gated, like farming or something, and then you can figure it out, you know, just scale the rewards way down by like a factor of 7. I was talking recently that I think that RS3 is able to avoid having to balance anything by just time gating stuff, right? Like you don't have to make the Guthix catch make sense from a balance perspective because players can only do it once per day, so it can give an absurd amount of XP and they can get away with it. I guess I'll try to do hanky points. I don't actually know. Hanky points might not even be worth it because I might get better XP per hour from safe cracking, but it's a thing to try, I guess. Love if more of these menus had like, or more of these areas had custom displays. Like I wish it just showed me how many hanky points I have when I was walking around in here. I think the XP situation with hanky points makes more sense because you actually get a decent amount of XP for the tasks that generate the hanky points, and then you turn it in for a bunch at the end. Like these are pretty big XP drops here, so it seems worth it. You have reached the maximum number of hanky points allowed at your level. Okay. Am I talking to the trainers? Oh, okay. I guess any of the trainers is fine. Hankies, what are these hankies for? How often can I do this? Activities give handkerchiefs. Checkpoints. I'd like to reclaim the reward. Okay, there it is. Right on. Maybe not worth it, but hey, it's another weekly. All right, next thing to check out is Wisps of the Grove. Apparently I get there via grouping teleport? That's really strange. All right, so I guess I warped to Solak. You selected. Be marked as not ready. Didn't realize that you had these. Update group, Solak, ready, complete group, teleport all group members. All right, so I'm like near Tyrannon? Yeah, I'm like all the way over here. So now I have to find the actual minigame, which I don't think is too far from... I have to find an NPC named Teely. Let's do that first here. You make sure there's no like time limit for this or anything before I do anything I can't step away from. Okay, it looks like I have plenty of time to do this. I don't need to stress out. That's nice. Right, so we talked to Teely. Interesting looking mushrooms. Nice to meet you. Magical mushrooms. Color of the mushrooms informs us the essence we have to gather. What do you say? Farming and hunter XP. Take note of the mushrooms around the stones and collect wisps to match. Sounds good, yes. Unknown rewards from a complete stranger seem right up my alley. Purple, yellow, and blue, it looks like. That's nice, it summarizes for you. So you need to find a purple, yellow, and blue. I have to watch out for, I think those things can kill me, so... Yellow and purple. Let me see if I can find a blue where it's not standing right next to a dangerous creature. Here's the blue wisp. Trying to get killed by one of these things. Alright, so now I think I turn it in. Check wisps. With all the wisp colors you need. Okay, sweet. Turning these into Teely. Wisp of the Grove. Thanks. Take this elixir to the center of the grove. Find a spherical cradle. Pour it over the cradle. Okay. Here's that. Assume we're not talking about the boss fight there. Alright, turning in this wisp reward here at the offering cradle. Pour the liquid into the cradle. Bunch of hunter and farming XP. It gets me to hunter 24, farming 33. Okay, so we want to be a higher hunter and farming level to get a better benefit from that in the future, but that's still pretty nice. That one was like almost as easy as Irby Werby. The wiki definitely always makes these out to be way more complicated than they are. I need 44 quest points for Tears of Guthix, which I probably won't be getting for a while, so I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm not going to like try to rush it down. I could do the Rag and Bone Man one. I don't know if I am a high enough level to fight the thing. Other weekly I have to worry about is Shattered Worlds, but again, I don't know if I have a good enough combat level to even do that. So I might try to look at the monthly. So there's Troll Invasion, God Statues, and Giant Oyster. Okay, Troll Invasion seems complicated. It looks like you can either do it as combat or as skiller, and I don't feel confident with combat yet. So I'm going to do it as a skiller, and I guess I'm just going to try to eyeball it, because it looks like it gives a decent XP reward, but, you know, not anything insanely game-breaking, so I don't feel like I need to overstudy the wiki for it, if you know what I mean. No idea what to expect here. Captain Jute. I don't have a uniform. I don't work for you. Come back here and defend the gatehouse. Why every month? Due to union regulations, you only have shift work once a month. Okay. Too bad you can't practice first. I guess you can only practice after you've gotten your reward for the month. God. Full bucket. One barricade is broken. Okay, these are these guys. Okay, so I just chill now, I guess, I think. Until it tells me something else is a problem. It's cool that they give you a skiller alternative to this. This is also quite a bit less complicated than I was worried it was going to be. Right when I turned it off, the computer did some kind of crazy special attack and like took out 8 of my walls all at once, so I'm trying to fix that now. I just saved double kill for that. That would have been great. But we died. I have to look into that in the future. There's a way for me to do that more efficiently. Killed 400 trolls. Well done. Reward book. Let's put it on summoning, please. Gets me like 1 level up, so not very good, but I learned how to do it for next time, I think. Ooh, I just did the calculator. I should have put that on agility. That would have been like 11,000 XP on agility. Okay, you gotta make mistakes to learn lessons. Understood. Alright, so that leaves God Statues is the last thing I can do that has no prerequisites. Alright, God Statues, we talked to Copernicus Glyph. Never finished this. What are you trying to do? Statue of worship is in ruin, chipped away by people hoping for a holy relic. Help me out, what do you need me to do? Tell me how many pieces of scaffolding we have available to use, and the highest and lowest any scaffolding column should be. Once you put scaffolding in place, ask me how it looks. I'll be able to give you some advice to help you get it perfect. Okay. Yes. Gain prayer XP. Okay. To use all 20 pieces of scaffolding, the highest we'll need any scaffolding is 5 blocks high. Lowest we'll need is 3 blocks high. Okay. I don't know if this is meant to be solvable from scratch. Okay, so we meet the requirement for the lowest. All 5 of them have to be 5 high? Okay, I think I need to look this up. I'm not clear. Advice. Not using enough scaffolding. Okay, so is it like he's in a... It's like a puzzle where I'm going to try to fill it out here. He's going to tell me what's wrong with it, basically. Oh, okay. It's like, it's Mastermind. I see. That's cool. Got it. Not too bad. Glad I didn't have to look it up. A cute little cutscene. Oh, right on. Pray at the statue while you're here. Yeah, I'll take 2 free construction levels. Heck yeah. Good chunk of prayer XP too. No worries about fanatics attacking you. Lumbridge, I'll meet you there. Alright, doing the one in Lumbridge. Let me help you. Pretty straightforward, you just do everything to 3 and then you randomly guess the other one. Like, it looks like I can do skip completion cutscene now that I've seen it once. This is pretty good XP. Two more construction levels. Pray at the statue. Up to Canifus next. Okay. Statue looks pretty cool when it's done. I dig it. Alright, so we do a Zamorak statue here. Figure out why they let you build the wrong statue. I'm not clear on that. A statue of Krill won't upset any locals. It's fair. 5 blocks, 2 blocks. Okay. Like with Mastermind, the objective is to go as extreme as possible. Perfect. Got it. Pray while you're here. So much free construction XP. 2 statues left to go. My least favorite job. Ogres are terrible employers. Okay, so Bandos. And I think it says the last one's in Prifthenis, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I can't go to Prif. So this one's Bandos. Rardor. Yeah, let's do it. Got it. No problem. Sweet. Went straight to construction 28. Saved myself some money there. Pray. And we got prayer 40 out of all that. Don't think you can get there. Hope to see you there one day. Another time, perhaps. Sweet. I think it's worth me doing all these all at once just so that I can, like, dispel any illusion about their complexity or make them less scary. Like, just doing it once makes it a lot easier. Alright, everything else that I want to do is going to require prerequisites. I got to do Dragon Bone Man, Burin Seek, and Beneath Cursed Tides, but that requires me to get some more quest requirements. I did my little distraction from agility. I think I'm going to get back on the agility grind here. Another pit minigame. 58 minutes into the hour, so we'll see if I can speed through it here. Floor is lava, so I should be able to die pretty fast. I don't think I've passed this one yet. Yeah, that's okay. Shit happens. Okay, about to ding 74. Yeah. And now I need to go play on mobile for a little bit, so I might hit 75 while I'm gone. I'm going to do it at the bicycles, because I think that's a great thing to do on mobile. It's very, very easy. I actually think the mobile interface is better than the desktop interface for a lot of things, like the loot. Area loot is wider. Ooh, I might tap the shooting star if no one's discovered it. I'm not going to mine it all the way down. I might join the FC. Hey, you get mining XP just for finding it. That's cool. I guess I can get 200 Stardust and then look for a tubbied star later. I think the whole system where, like, you could only get 200 and then you can't turn in the 200 without finding a tubbied star is, like, completely bizarre to me, but whatever. Probably shouldn't do this while I'm skulled, so I'm gonna go drop this skull really fast. I got mining 63. Didn't be here for too long to get to 200 dust. Alright, I got myself set up at the bicycles. I'll do this on my phone and maybe hit 75. We'll see. Before I get on my phone, I just wanted to comment. I think that this solution, where you can only get a certain amount of XP from an activity before you're not allowed to do it again, is a better solution to me than dailies, weeklies, and monthlies. Like, I think that this game... I put this... In my video essay, I talked about how RuneScape is really good at not deprecating old content compared to other MMOs. Other MMOs have the problem where they release an expansion and now everything in all previous expansions is like complete dead mall cul-de-sac, right? That's totally pointless to go to. And RuneScape manages to avoid that. I think OSRS avoids it through like very careful curation of all of their existing and new content. They're always making sure that like XP rates are comparable to what's already in the game, provided other knobs being adjusted like attention. But I think RS3 solves that problem. It keeps old content relevant primarily by like time gating it. That way they don't have to spend any time like, you know, curating the content or balancing it appropriately. They can just say, yeah, Gothic's caches give you a ton of XP, but it's fine because you can only do them once an hour. Like if you wanted to port Gothic's caches into OSRS, you'd have to very aggressively tune all of the dials so that it was a reasonable amount of XP per hour given the amount of extra attention it requires compared to, you know, training it passively by orgasming your spirits into a hole. So I say all of that to say that I think this concept of instead of time gating it, XP gating it, saying, yeah, you can do this, you know, auto cycler thing, but you can only do it for 800k XP. It's still kind of weird, but I like it better because it leaves it up to the player when they want to use that 800k XP. And it's kind of an extra neat little design knob to twist. Like if OSRS started toying around with this idea, we're going to add training methods that only last for a certain amount of XP. I don't think I would hate it, especially if the objective was we're not going to make an XP rate that's like really effective. We're just going to make something that's like really inattentive or really easy, which is kind of what this is. So this is a cool idea. I don't hate it. I hadn't even considered it as one of the design space knobs that they could adjust, to be honest. All right, I'm back from being on mobile. I did not hit 75. I got about half of the way there, so I'm going to squeeze out the rest of it here on the bully course. I'll be happy to leave agility alone for a while, and this should last me quite a bit. It's going to make mining a lot better. I think you get 1 extra hit on rocks in mining for every 10 agility levels you have, so going up about 50 levels is going to make mining quite a bit more AFK. Okay, I've been sticking to it with agility here, taking a couple breaks to do dailies and stuff, but we're so close to 75, 189 XP to go. Started from like level 20, 22 or something, when I decided I wanted to get 75, and it's going to be my highest skill once again. Can't escape this skill, even outside of old school. Very happy to be almost done. Once I finish here, I will not be training the skill for a while. I'm hoping that like quest rewards and weeklies and stuff will help me pump it up after this. Don't want to be running a course for a minute though, if I can avoid it. 18 XP to go, here we are. 75 agility. Amazing. Oh, and I got a talent scout right then, that's funny. I guess I'll go do it. Perfect timing. Oh good, we got the best minigame. Let me try to study what those things are before I pop in there. Keyhole, fire, and sword. Weird, because you can't click the gap where the thing's supposed to go, or it misclicks. I may as well risk the XP, why not? I did it! Open the risking crate. Big money. Oh no! It's been reduced. Alright, well I got a couple more dailies to do, so I'm going to knock those out, and then I guess I'd like to finish getting the 75 thieving and 50 herblore, so I formally qualify for Flash Powder Factory. Like I was saying, I'm going to be traveling during the minigame spotlight, so I'm likely going to do most of my Flash Powder Factory on a phone, therefore not recorded. So I'd like to give you my, reactions to the minigame without there being a Thaler bonus. And like I said, I'm only going to spend Thaler on the minigame that I got the Thaler from. So in this case, I think I'll use the Thaler to unlock, is it either the botanist outfit or the factory outfit that you can get with it? I'll use the Thaler on that thing, and then the Brian points or whatever they're called on the other outfit. All right, I think we can cut off the episode there. That was a lot of dedicated grinding, probably my longest single grind in RS3 so far, even speaking as future Marstead here. Next episode is going to be the Beneath Cursed Tides quest, which is awesome. It has something to do with Tutorial Island, I'll let you know. It might not sound very exciting from the title, but it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in an MMO. It's really, really good. So stay tuned for that. Looking at my video files, next episode will also contain Broken Home. I'm probably going to have to title the episode Broken Home, because as cool as Beneath Cursed Tides is, Broken Home is fucking awesome. If you like Resident Evil, and you like Silent Hill, and you like Eternal Darkness, you should check out Broken Home. I record the whole thing. I'll leave it all in the episode, and I'll do a summary afterward. But if you usually skip to the summaries, I would watch the full playthrough of Broken Home, because it's really special. I guess it might not come off as terribly impressive if you're not familiar with like how MMOs work and how hard it is to try to emulate a different genre in an engine like RuneScape's, but it actually does a really good job of pulling off the tone of all 3 of the games I listed, and it's clear that the writer of the quest and the coders of the quest are huge fans of those games. It's just an awesome love letter to them while being its own thing. It's not just a rip-off of Resident Evil, right? So yeah, it's going to be a pretty hype episode. 2 great quests. We'll see you then. Bye.